Hey neighbors, hey, welcome back to the neighborhood and welcome back to the channel. Today I will be showing you how I prepare pigeon peas and dumplings. Pigeon pea soup and dumplings. So let's get started. Neighbors, I'm going to add in some onions, some bell peppers. I'm using frozen ones. Okay. Go ahead and chop up fresh bell peppers and onions. That's okay. And of course, we're going to give this a good little stir. So we're going to cook this down until it's all nice and translucent. Okay, neighbors, I'm just going to add in some more onions along with some celery. Now, celery is optional because I know everybody don't like the taste of celery. So we're going to give this a nice little stir. Okay, neighbors, I'm going to add in some of the meat, and right now I'm going to add in my pigtails. Okay. Just going to give this a nice stir and allow it to cook down for a few minutes. Okay, neighbors, I'm going to add in some fresh thyme. Some allspice seeds. As well as some of my green seasoning. Neighbors, I wish you guys can smell my kitchen. Oh my gosh. It smells amazing. Whew. Child, y'all know how I feel about onions when onions starts to cook. Let's give this a nice little stir. And when I say amazing, it smells amazing, okay? We're going to add in pigeon peas that we boiled the other night. Okay. That's a lot of pigeon peas, y'all. But that's how I like in my pea soup to be. Ooh. It smells amazing, guys. What are you guys cooking today? Comment down below. What type of soup do you like? What type of soup would you like to see me make? I tell everybody I love soups. So, I will prepare soup every chance I get. So now I'm going to add in some of the homemade chicken stock that I made. Okay. You can also use water, which I do plan to add some water to this a little later. But for now, we're just going to allow this to come together. We're also going to add the rest of our meat. I have some beef as well as some smoked meat. Okay, neighbors, you can feel free to add more liquid if you need to. But in my house, we like a lot of broth. Said that many times before. So I just added some warm water to my chicken stock. And then I'm also going to add in some browning to give it the brown color that I would like for it to be. You don't want too much because you don't want your soup to be bitter. Okay. You see how the color changed? Because my liquid was a little green from my green seasoning. So now it's the brown that I would like for it to be. So we're going to Put a lid on this pot and allow it to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, neighbors, I'm going to show you how to make the easiest dumplings ever. Okay? So what you're looking at a cup of cornmeal and 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, and 2 to 3 teaspoons of just sugar. So what I'll do, I'll gradually add my water into my pan. Okay? And we're just going to mix until it starts to come together. Okay? You're trying to get the consistency of Play-Doh. Okay? The consistency that the flour will not stick to your hands, okay? And then we'll begin to roll and shape our dough. Neighbors, as you continue to mix your dumpling, and if you find your hands really sticky like this, like I have, you just get some extra flour, okay? The extra flour will help take the excessive wet dough off your fingertips. Also will allow your dough to come together the way it needs to be, okay? Okay, neighbors, now that our dumpling has rested for about 5 minutes, let's make our dumplings. Okay, now that our dough has rested, so you're just going to tear a little piece off, as big or as little. Okay. Now, my grandmother used to make spinners that we call long boys, or she used to make some big ones that look like elephant ears. Oh, those were my favorite. She would make some big triangles and just plop them right in her hot soup liquid. All right. So what I'm doing here, I'm just forming my dumplings. This one is just going to be a little round dumpling. And I'm just going to rest this here on the plate behind because I want all my dumplings to be completed all at the same time. Okay. You know, and it's easy. 1, 2, 3. This is like the easiest thing anyone can make. Flour, water, a little bit of salt, and a few teaspoons of sugar. That's it. Now, the sugar is optional. My grandmother just put sugar in. She liked her dumplings a little sweet. And it was not really sweet. It was just a little sweetness at the back as a back note. Now, you see how my dumpling is sticking? All you know, to fix that, just dust a little bit of flour. I'm just going to dust a little bit in the pan. Because it's a little too sticky, and I don't want that. Okay. You roll your dough, your dumplings, your dough, and then you form. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay. And there go our dumplings. Okay, I'm gonna make some. Let's just knead in that extra flour I just dusted. Because again, we don't want our dough to be sticky. So I'm going to make a spinner or long john. Easy as 1, 2, 3, neighbors. Okay, neighbors, our soup is coming along nicely. So what I'll do here, I'm going to add in a tablespoon of chopped garlic. Okay. I have some Scotch bonnet peppers cut up. I'm going to give this a little stir. I'm also going to add in some green plantains, carrots, and potatoes. Again, be mindful that the Caribbean people like chunky soup. I've said that before. So in 5 minutes, I'll add in my dumplings. So we're just going to give this a little closure for now. And I'll see you in 5. Okay, neighbors. Now we're going to add in our dumplings. And let's do a quick recap on our dumplings. All I added was 3 cups of flour. Okay. We used 2.5 of those 3 cups for our mixture, along with a cup of cornmeal, a teaspoon of salt, along with 2 to 3 teaspoons of sugar. Okay? If you would like your dumplings a little bit sweeter, by all means, add a little bit more sugar into your dumplings. Okay, so I'm adding my dumplings to my pot. I'm just reshaping some of the dumplings. Okay? And as you add, make sure just to give it a little stir so it won't stick to the bottom. Okay? Neighbors, it smells amazing in my kitchen. And like I always say, this is a dish all the little island kids know about. Pigeon pea soup and dumpling. Okay? And just a quick reminder, although I'm using beef, pork, and some smoked ham meat, you can use any type of meat that you desire. You know, I mean, when it comes to island soup, it's very customized. Customized to your liking and to your taste. If you don't eat pork, you can omit the pork. Add in some smoked turkey. Okay? If you don't like turkey, add in some chicken. But in my opinion, a must for Bahamian pigeon pea soup is some salted beef. Okay? And for those who cannot find salted beef in their area, in their grocery stores, I'm going to give you a dupe on salted beef. You can actually use a corned beef brisket. Just cut your corned beef brisket in bite-sized pieces, and you can use that in lieu of your salt beef. It's delicious. And it gives you almost the exact taste of the salted beef. Go ahead, try it, then let me know. You'll thank me later. But you're welcome in advance. My kitchen smells amazing. I have carrots, potatoes, green plantains, and my dumplings in my soup. You know, you can also add some cassava, which most people knows as yuca. That would be nice in the soup as well. You know, whenever it starts to rain or a little cold front comes in play, y'all know what time it is. It's soup time. Child, I can eat soup every day of the week. I have 3 more dumplings to roll, and then I'll be done. And then we'll close our pot back up for about 15 minutes. And then our soup will be ready to serve. Let me know what kind of soup you guys like. I'm a soup girl. I love soup. I don't care what type of soup. Give me some soup. especially in the fall and winter season or rainy season. Just give me some soup. And this is just how you would need your dumplings, okay? And then you just shape. For this one, I'm just making a round dumpling. You can make them as thick or thin and drop them in your pan. We're also going to give this a little stir because we don't want our dumplings sticking to our pot. Oh man. Guys, I wish you can smell this. I'm also going to add in some thyme. Just some more thyme. I know I added thyme in earlier, but my part is almost done, okay? The cooking process is coming to its end. And if you didn't know, thyme is actually a finishing herb. If you put thyme in the beginning of your pot, all the taste will cook away. Even though I do put it in when I begin to cook, but I also end with thyme. Okay? Look at the soup, neighbors. My God. Okay, neighbors, remember I told you that you can customize your soup in any which shape or form. I have pork, I have beef, and then I have some smoked seasoning meat. I had 2 little crabs in my freezer, so I'm just going to add my 2 crabs. Okay, I just turned off my stove. And we're just going to allow the residual to finish off this crab. Okay, now's the time to taste your pot. Make sure it's seasoned to your liking. Once your soup is served, once your soup is finished, then it will be ready to serve. Just look at this. We have carrots, potatoes, dumplings. Yeah, man, this thing smells so good. I wish you guys can smell, because it not only looks good, it's going to taste even better. Yes, looks good, smells better, and it's going to taste great. Okay, neighbors, let me take up some of the soup. Neighbors, thanks for stopping by the neighborhood. If you're new to this channel, please give this video a thumbs up. Hit the subscription button. Don't not forget the notification bell. Comment down below. And share. It's 99.9999